You're David Tennant. Tell me who was on your Family Feud team.
It was me, my wife Shannon, my mom Rhonda, my cousin DJ, and my brother Lenny.
Now, I understand you're a coach in Megs,
Yes, sir.
and you teach too, right?
Yeah, not everybody's been really excited about it. They've been picking at me. They're worried I'm going to embarrass the entire community, but I can't promise them anything, right?
Yeah. What did your students say about all this?
They love it. There's about 500 groups right now sitting there like trying to get together for watch parties, and it's really exciting. I honestly thought it'd be a pretty fun ordeal, but it's blown up beyond what I believed it would.
And are you using it as a teaching tool?
Yeah, be careful what you say, I guess, right? No, honestly, it's uh, not really as much as a teaching tool. It's just like you never know what could happen if you give it a shot. Because, like I say, it started with my mom, saying, "Why don't we try to get on Family Feud?" And of course, we're all looking at her like she's, like there's no way.
Nuts.
Yeah, exactly. So, but she's like, "I'm serious." She goes, "Let's get this going," and she wrote up a few jingles for us, and of course my students have had fun with that one. They've been picking at me pretty good, but no, it's been a very cool situation.
Jingles. What do you mean?
That the Tennant family YouTube thing,
Okay, I'll have to.
we had to make a video to be invited to Louisville.
Okay.
So my mom wrote it out for us, and we edited a little video and put it on YouTube. And like I say, I've had my students be like singing the jingle for us since it's happened. So they've had some fun with it.
Can you sing it for me?
No, it's it's been well over a year. It's like basically the whole gist of it was everybody wants to be me because I'm a member of the Tennant family. So, but everybody had their own little special thing about themselves.
I understand this all started in 2018. It's been a 2 year journey.
Yes, it has been. Like I say, the original air date was in May, and it's been pushed back until now. But we started off, with a video, and we was invited to Louisville, and of course, when you get in the van, drive to Louisville, your intentions are just to have a good time that weekend. Go out, just test the water, see what have fun with it, and we didn't dream it would go as far as it did.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here thinking that okay, you go to Louisville, you try out. They probably said, okay, we'll be in touch. Is that pretty much how it went?
Oh yeah, I mean, like we went there, and of course, we went, and you had to play another family, and it's just like because there's like 500 families there also. So I mean, you only played two questions, and I mean, you blinked and it was over, and it's just we give credit where it's due. Like my cousin, of course, we all had fun with it, but my cousin said an answer, and it was basically, well, name a state that has two words, and he goes, I drew a blank, so I said the first thing that came into my mind, and he was like, Las Vegas, and I saw the producer fall out of her chair laughing, and but we thought it was going to end there, but we were walking out, and I had the paper in my hand. They handed me the paper, and we walked out. And then when my family was actually heading out to get into the car because we thought, it was a beautiful experience, but we'll never hear back from anybody. But they said, do not go nowhere. You made it to round two. I was like, we didn't know there was a round two. It's like, because you don't find out unless you make it. So we handed them a paper, and we waited in line for a little room off to the side. And basically you had to be as hyped up as you can be, introduce yourself, say something interesting about yourself. And they videotape the whole thing. And then they'll say, you may or may not get a postcard in 6 months.
And when did you get your postcard?
About 8 months. So we gave up on it after 6, because it's not like one of those situations where you just call and like, hey, what about us? So you're kind of at the mercy of time. But we waited it out, and we just I still remember when I opened my post office box, and I see the card, and I just started like yelling in the post office like we do, go crazy. But it was it became real, like, but it was an incredible moment when you get the postcard, because you're going to Los Angeles, and we never dreamed it would get that far.
And you're kind of you're probably speechless, like you're saying, yelling. You never thought it would get to this.
No, people thought I was crazy in the post office, but
That's all right.
yeah, I didn't care. But we talked to Bryce and Sarah, and they were the producers. They was talking to us the whole time. We was actually, because my wife's from Cleveland, and that was one of the things that if Steve and her clicked. I mean, it was TV magic, because when we got there, I was originally the head of the family, but we get there and they're like, listen, we believe this is going to be magical. And of course, my wife absolutely shined on TV. So they made her the head of the family. She absolutely killed it. And her and Steve, if they air even 30 seconds of their back and forth, because they grew up less than like 10 miles from each other. So they're sitting there talking about like places to visit, and it kind of took Steve down memory road, So it was a special moment, and like I say, it was the whole experience was amazing.
So how much did Steve talk with you guys about West Virginia?
A lot, and it's more during the commercial breaks than it was on the actual set. You know what I mean? Because we get there, he sees us, and I don't want to give away everything he says, because it was really cool because he does not know the families as he comes out. When he comes out, he reads the prompter, and everything you see is completely like real and fresh. So he gets out there and he sees from West Virginia, and you see him light up. And then having that West Virginia connection, and of course you shoot about an hour and a half per episode, and they knock it down to like 20 minutes. I mean, they edit it a lot, because he's sitting there talking to each and every one of us, but mostly him. Like, he had the Cleveland connection with my wife, and my cousin DJ, like, they bonded, and he would bring DJ off to the side, like between like questions, there's like a 5-10 minute break, and he'd bring my cousin DJ off to the side and just talk to him, and just like that. It was the most, like, it was real. Like, he had he's an incredible, what you see on TV is not even a quarter what that man is in real life. He is truly like genuine, because like I said, he was in there giving my cousin advice on business, and like, of course my cousin said, I can't give out too much because some of it comes out during the show, but it was pretty genuine, his love for West Virginia.
Now, David, talk about the fact that I don't think a lot of people really understand this. If you could explain this. We're talking right now about your appearance, which is going to be a few hours from now. You can't say if you won or lose, or how much money you won. Explain why.
It's because you just don't want to give away the surprise. I mean, that's like knowing the ending to the show. Why watch it? So when it comes to the prizes, the money and the winning and stuff, like, you are sworn to secrecy. And everybody, like, we had 2 family members go with us too. So they were signing papers saying we will not let any information out. So it was it's been hush hush, but ultimately it's for the best, because people truly want to see how we did.
Now, I have to ask you this. You touched on this a little bit ago, but some of the times when I have watched Family Feud, sometimes I have seen the dumbest, the most ridiculous answers to questions. Did you all give any dumb and ridiculous answers.
I say this to everybody. I cannot promise you we represented West Virginia well. Now, because I mean, when you play at home, like, oh, I got that answer easy. It was simple. When you have the lights on you and you have that great answer, and then your mom says the answer right before you, and you have like 5 seconds to answer something, it's tough. And it's really hard, like, because I had it easy. I won't lie. Whoever's number two has it, very easy because all the answers are still on the board.
Right.
My mom and my brother, they had their moments, and because they're sitting there trying to get that last and final question, and it is, of course, most of the time it's completely off the wall, anyways.
Right.
So it's definitely, it's strategic to put your strong people at the end there because they're the ones that get tested.
So, 20 years from now, how are you going to remember this?
The total experience was amazing. Like, honestly, like Gabby, the main producer, like she came up, like we have pictures, like we're going to put pictures up, of us because, we're West Virginia, hugger, handshake, meet everybody, family. So, like a lot of people are nervous. We're sitting there and we have like the producers in bear hugs, getting pictures around them. And it's just, and plus, I have friends, like my friend Perry lives in Los Angeles. We called him up. We went out to dinner. We went out to Santa Monica Pier. We went to the Hollywood sign, Walk of Fame. Like, these are experiences that we might have never had in our lifetimes. And we can thank Family Feud for the opportunity.
I did remember one other question I wanted to ask you. We're still in COVID. How did they space you out, or how did they deal with that?
This was taped so long ago, nobody knew what COVID was.
Oh, it was taped before.
Oh yeah,
okay.
This was well over a year ago.
Oh, okay. And
so like we were lucky enough to where like with COVID and everything, it wasn't even in anybody's thoughts. So we actually got to go out. We got a chance to enjoy everybody, and there was no worries or we could just go out and enjoy ourselves.
Good deal. Anything else you want to say about it?
No, it was just an amazing experience, and like I say, thank you for reaching out to us. And like I say, I wish the rest of my family is able to be here, but everybody's spread out, working and everything. But
yeah,
it was an incredible experience, and we thank Steve Harvey, we thank Gabby, we thank Bryce, Sarah, all the producers and everybody who made this possible for us. It was truly incredible, and we thank them forever.
All righty. Well, say hi to your mom for me, okay?
Will do, sir.
All righty. Thank you. We're going to try to get this on the air today. It may be tonight. We're going to have this hear about the experience on our website, talking about it. So that I think that's how we're going to plan that out. But anyway, so you're a football coach, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you the head coach?
Head coach, yes.
Meg's High School.
Meg's High School, and this is our playoff week.
Ah.
So right now we're I got the speakers back here. After practice, we're ordering some pizzas, and we're going to watch. My wife and my kids are going to come. We're all going to watch as like a football family meet, humiliate everybody.
Oh, well, good deal. Well, David, it's a pleasure to talk with you, and I hope one of these days here before too long I can get up there and we can meet in person.
That'd be special. I really appreciate that.